Our fourth inductee of the evening is Brian Hayden. Please turn your attention to the screen for his introduction.
In Immaculata's storied football history, anchored in the legacy of Hall of Fame coach Pierce Frauenheim, his staff, and his generations of outstanding players, 4 teams distinguished themselves as state champions: 1984, 1985, 1994, and 2006. In the 1993 season, with Michael Hayden at the helm as quarterback, Immaculata at that time was the only team in New Jersey since 1938 to remain unscored against for 16 straight regular season games within a 2-year period. Defense, coordinated by now AD Tom Gambino, was the key, and Coach Frauenheim felt that the defensive players were probably one of the best group he had seen at that point in his career. The leader was a junior, Brian Hayden. Those prior seasons were the building blocks of the 1994 championship team. The offensive line got through the lanes because the defense cleared the way for them and made sure their points went unanswered when the other side took the field. An early season loss to New Providence was a great motivator to the 1994 Spartans. Led by co-captains Brian Hayden, Oscar Bathan, Steve Gianlucci, and Michael Bates, the team refocused, and their talent, tenacity, and drive let them bring home that championship trophy. Brian had nearly 250 tackles over 3 seasons, and his defensive prowess led to a full ride to Northeastern University to play football. A starter for Northeastern for 3 years, Brian was named All-Conference Defense as a junior and was a captain in his senior year. One of the treasures that Brian took over from his Immaculata championship team was the friendships that he cultivated and maintained over the years. It is in tribute to his teammates that he accepts this award to represent all that they accomplished. Part of his major cheering team has been his mom, Kathy, dad, Brian, and his 3 alumni brothers, Michael, Kevin, and Matthew. Brian and his wife, Gina, have 3 sons, whom Brian helps to coach and continue on with the tradition of sportsmanship demonstrated by both of his Spartan athlete parents.
Kevin Cust will present Brian Hayden's award. Kevin and Brian.
Thank you all very much for being here tonight. I'd first like to congratulate all the fellow inductees. It's truly an honor to be included with all of you as part of this Hall of Fame class. I would also like to thank all of the members of the Hall of Fame committee who have worked tirelessly to make this an amazing event and who felt that I was worthy of this accomplishment. I get to share this award with many people who helped me along the way. My mother, Kathy, Father Brian, my 3 brothers, Mike, Kevin, and Matt, all Immaculata alumni, and the many coaches and teammates that have joined us here tonight. I would personally like to thank Coach Frauenheim for all that he did for me during my time at Immaculata and for his friendship since I've been gone. This school has provided me many great things in my life. Most importantly, this is where I met my wife, Gina, who was a star basketball player for many of the great teams. This process has given me the opportunity to reflect on my time at Immaculata and remember what an amazing 4 years I experienced. I am honestly humbled to receive this award. This accomplishment is a direct reflection of the great teams that I played on and the amazing teammates and coaches that I was fortunate to play with and for. One of my best memories of Immaculata was the tradition and the family atmosphere that I felt a part of while I was there and since I've left. And one of the reasons that my class was so successful was because so many of us embraced that tradition that Immaculata stands for. We were determined to leave our mark at this school, and we were pushed to do so by former players and alumni who were around during our years there. Guys that we played with in our early years, to guys that came back to coach us, and were always there to give advice. I remember using the 84 and 85 football teams as motivation as my teammates and I sat in the locker room day after day watching their highlight tapes, thinking that we could accomplish what they did. Listening to Coach Sutton tell us how this guy or that guy was the best that Immaculata had ever seen, and working to show him that we could be better. We all respected the guys that came before us and felt a lot of pride in knowing that our team would be right there with them when people talked about the greatest football teams to play at Immaculata. I am hopeful that the tradition and success that we experience continue at this school. I'm hopeful that the new classes that come through sit and watch our highlight tapes and try to use that as motivation to be the best team in Immaculata. I look forward to continuing to support the school and encourage everyone here to do the same, whether that be through fundraising efforts of the Unitas Caritas Club or by getting out to games and cheering on our teams. Once again, I'd like to say how humbled I am to receive this honor and how thankful I am for all of you sharing in this tonight, especially those who have traveled a long way. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you very much.